Hello guys, Michaela here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build. Today we are building a massive old farmhouse, which I'm really excited about, but it's much bigger than anything I've ever done before, to be honest. So before I get into the details, I will tell you something about the build. So as you can see, I started the build in Hanford on Bagley, but I didn't really like the way it looked in the surroundings, so I later on decided to move it on a 50 by 40 in Newcrest, and it comes in at 177,232 simoleons, so it's pretty expensive, but it can fit, well, technically 9 sims, because there are 3 double beds, 1 toddler bed, and 2 kids beds. But I was thinking that it could be a generations home. So one of the bedrooms with the one of the master bedrooms, which are going to be downstairs, could be for grandparents. The other one could be for the parents, and the bedrooms upstairs are for the kids. So there is one bedroom for the kids, which has 2 single beds, and then there is one bigger bedroom, which is for a teen, which has the big bed, and then there is a toddler room, which is for obviously a toddler. I also did the shell of the house off camera because it was actually a request that I got from someone on Facebook, and it was pretty difficult to figure out the floor plan and the shell of the house. So I in the end decided to not record that part of the process because it took me, just the shell itself took me like an hour to figure out. So the speed build would be even longer than it actually is because this is one of my not oldest, longest speed builds that I've done on my channel in like the year and something that I have it. It's like 32 minutes? Yeah, 32 minutes. So it's pretty long already, and I felt like you don't need to see the struggle because it was indeed a struggle. So it's a big build. Yeah, it's massive to be honest. I love how it turned out, but it again reminded me why I don't usually build huge houses like this. Even though it was so much fun, it just, I don't know. I'm not a very patient person when it comes to some stuff, and for some reason I just get bored of a house when I'm building something this big. So yeah, it was fun, but I won't do something this massive in a while, I guess. I've been really into building more bigger houses lately, so I haven't done like a tiny home since that like desert tiny home a couple of weeks ago. And I have a lot of ideas at the moment, which is super fun, but I do not have enough time to build them all. But a lot of them are quite big, but I hope they won't be as big as this is because I cannot do anything like this again in a while. So now I am going to try to figure out the floor plan. It again took me a while, and I do make some adjustments throughout furnishing because I decided that I don't need the living room to be that big, or I need the kitchen to be a little bit smaller. So I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like huge builds, because I feel like if you have like something like really big, you have a lot of open spaces, and I'm not a big fan of empty big spaces. So that's what makes it so difficult for me, because it takes me a long time to figure everything out, and it takes me a long time to kind of clutter everything up and fill every space that I want to fill. But yeah, now we moved on to the exterior. Again, I did a lot of camera because, as I said, the speed build would be like 40 minutes if I didn't. So I put the fence off camera, I did the paths off camera, and that's, I think, it. I think I'm gonna do the rest pretty much. Yeah, I left out some of the bathrooms because obviously there are 4 bathrooms. There are 3 big bathrooms and 1 half bath upstairs. So yeah, again, it would be very repetitive. So I decided to only keep 1 of the bathrooms in the speed build because I felt like that was just enough. So you know, I mean, as I said, the bathrooms are pretty much identical, so there is no need to include all 4 of them. I also made a big pond because that's what I do when I need to fill space on a lot, and I didn't want to use the entire lot because obviously it's very big, 50 by 40. So I filled it with a pond, and I really like how it turned out. I added some animals on it, I did a lot of plants around it, and yeah, so it's been fun. As I said, it's been fun, but yeah, I won't be doing that anytime soon. I don't know, this is going to be a very long speed build, and we're only 5 minutes in, and I feel like I don't have anything to talk about. So yeah, I am currently at home, pretty much at home all the time because I have my exam period at university, and I did most of my exams before Christmas. So I only have one on the 25th, which was before this speed build came out, now that I think about it. So I already have that exam behind me, and I have one more on the 2nd of February, which is like a presentation of my progress that I've made on my bachelor thesis, which is going along pretty nicely. I've been working on it recently a lot, and I have about half of the theory part, and I need to finish that before the presentation, or I want to finish that before the presentation, so I have something to present. And then I have my like practical part, which is well, I have the research finished, but I did not start like gathering or like working with the data that I got from my research. So I will have to do that after the presentation, because I would like to have it done by the start of summer semester, which for me is going to be around the 12th of February, I believe. So I want to have it done so I can kind of have time for the semester, as well as prepping for my finals, which should be around May or June, July, I don't really know. I technically have like 2 finals because I have a double major. So I will have one from English and one from geography. And I still don't know when that's going to be, but I'm pretty nervous about it because it's going to be a lot. And yeah, it's school is a lot at the moment, but I have a lot more time now to build and to kind of catch up on things that I didn't really have time for during the semester, because I'm mainly at home, just like doing my physical therapy and kind of going out here and again, but I'm mostly at home because I wouldn't want to say I'm a couch potato, but I am not a big fan of going out, especially after the quarantine. You know, after we went through quarantine, I kind of got used to being at home, and I don't feel the need to go out even more than I did before, which is a bit concerning because I did not go out at all before either. But at least now I have hobbies. So yeah, I'm just recently I've just been recently working a lot on my YouTube channel, on my social media. I also have my Redbubble shop, so I draw a lot because I've got a new iPad for Christmas, so I've been drawing a lot. I've been watching a lot of TV, a lot of shows, because I just needed kind of to unwind from school. And what else have I been doing? Oh, I recently started a second Instagram, well, technically a third, because I have my personal Instagram account, then I have my Sims Instagram account, and then I started a account for my English teaching, but that's only for Czech people because I have everything like English and Czech, so it wouldn't really be useful to most of you because I don't think that there are a lot of Czech subscribers on this channel. But if you want to learn English, I have an Instagram account for English. hopefully I'll have time for it. I really want to, because I would like to have that as a job in the future. I'd like to tutor and teach English online, and I want to build that Instagram account to help me find clients, find people who would want to learn with me, because I already do that now part-time. I have about 3 students and I work for an agency. So I would like to be able to do it for myself, which, yeah, I think that would be an ideal job for me when I finished uni, but that's still very far away. I'm finishing my bachelor this year, hopefully, and then I will do 2 more years of masters, so I have a proper education for teaching, because right now most of our classes were for the subjects that I have, which is geography and English, so we didn't have a lot of teaching classes, like how to teach, things about teaching. So that's what I need the masters for. I'm not really happy about it. I am not really a big fan of going to school, to be honest, but I really want to get the degree so I can have a decent job. And yeah, it's just better looked at if you say that you have a master's from teaching, if you are a teacher, even though as a tutor. So hopefully that will work out. That's why I started with the Instagram account now, because I'll have plenty of time to build the brand, build my identity on social media, and kind of maybe start getting more students to teach English, which is exciting. I have big plans, if you can't tell, but I'm not sure if I can kind of come through with them, but we will see. I dream big, that's for sure. Anyway, I am not sure if I talked about it in my previous speed builds, because I jump around a lot with thoughts. I am not sure, but I tried to stream, but unfortunately my laptop cannot handle it. So I'm now in the process of picking a new computer, but it won't be, I won't have it for a while. Possibly maybe next, end of this year, hopefully. Well, I'm trying to get good grades this year, so I could get a scholarship for good grades, and I would want to use that money to buy the new computer. I mean, I could get it now, but I don't necessarily want to spend that much when my computer works just fine now, and my laptop works just fine now. So I'll be saving up for the entire year pretty much, and then I'll probably buy a new one. I just haven't decided if I want a Mac again, because I am on a MacBook Pro 2017, and I haven't decided if I want a Mac again or if I'll go to Windows. Kind of having a reshade is a bit tempting, but I'm not a big fan of Windows computers, to be honest, so I'll have to start. Anyway, about the build for a little bit, because I've been rambling about random stuff. I did a kind of hidden coffee station, but I am not sure if it works. I do not playtest my builds anymore because it's time consuming and I forget very often. So I decided to just not do it at all. So I have no idea if it works or not, but I don't see a reason why it wouldn't. But yeah, I wanted to kind of section everything off, and the kitchen was a big, I can't speak, sorry, bit big, and I wanted to kind of section it off a little bit. So I created a little hallway square thing that leads into the dining space, and there a door into the garage area, which is a fun gaming room sort of thing. But I really like the way it turned out. I placed this a high table here for maybe breakfast, or when someone's having snack in the afternoon, not when only a couple of members of the family are eating. But there's also a big table for 8 Sims in the dining space when you want to have your entire family to eat. But I did not do much gameplay ever, but I remember that it was very hard to sit everyone down. So yeah, I'm not sure. So as I said, there's space for 8 Sims, and you can only have 8 like Sims in your in one family. But I also put 2 pet beds for dogs because there is no litter box, which would take away, so you could technically maybe have only one parent and maybe one grandparent, or you could delete one of the pets in the kids' room. I don't know. I mean, you could figure it out if you wanted a pet, or if you want just one pet, you could have like 2 parents and only one grandparent. Yeah, just you can do whatever you want if you decide to download this build, which by the way is on the gallery. My ID is michaelasimsyt, or you can also grab the tray files for the build in the description box below, and they are available on my Ko-fi page as well. So now we're working on the dining room, which is fairly spacious. I really enjoyed this style of house. It's very dark-ish. It's like there's a lot of black in here, but I've really enjoyed pairing it with the warm wood color and the white and grays. I did, the build that I had last week was really dark as well, but that was very dark because you had like dark floor, a lot of dark things. So I think I used more white and grays in here than blacks, but the other house has a lot more black in it, and I love that one too. But this is a bit more warm and cozy, I think, even though I love how the last one turned out. It looks really cool, but I think I prefer this one because the color scheme is a bit more happy and cozy. That one is a bit harsh, but it's cool, different, and I like it. Like them both. Now we're working on this little hallway, and I think we're going to move on to the living room. I did the build like 2 weeks before, or it took me like 2 weeks to finish, so I don't really remember what I did when, but so yeah, I'm sorry if I forget something. I used the couch from Cottage Living, which I paired with these armchairs from Nifty knitting, because again I wanted to kind of add add light colors into the space. So that's why I went with white, because there is a lot of black everywhere. So this is the fairly tiny living room considering how big the house is. And now we were working on this little I didn't know how to call it when I was doing the floor plan post for my Instagram page, but I call it a hallway. It could be like mudroom, or I feel like hallway is the best. And this is where the dogs could be. So you can delete them if you want to. You don't have to have dog beds here, or you could have only one, or you could swap it with the bigger dog bed. It's completely up to you. And now we're working on the only bathroom that I show in this speed build, which is the big bathroom close to the parents' bedroom and the grandparents' bedroom. And there is also a laundry here. So you have the laundry, you have some clothes here. I put baskets in every bathroom. And I also used my trick that I shared on my Instagram and also in YouTube, how to do like a custom kind of bathroom unit. And I did it here too because I really like how it looks. And I have very spacious bathrooms here, so I could do that, because usually when I build, I have my bathrooms a lot smaller. So that's why I decided to make this unit in here. I also put a tub here as well as a shower, I think. Yes, I put both. I raised a platform here because I wanted to kind of fill the space in, because the bathroom was pretty big. I didn't know what to put where. And there's also a shower here, which I divided by these dividers from Moschino, I think. Yes, they're from Moschino. So I kind of sectioned off the shower from the rest of the bathroom with that. I know it wouldn't be very practical in real life because you'd have a lot of water everywhere, but I mean, it's The Sims, doesn't matter, does it? And that's it. And now we moved on to the parents' bedroom. So I put a chimney on this side of the house as well as the other one, but I only put fireplaces here. So this bedroom has a fireplace, and the teenager's bedroom upstairs has a fireplace as well, which I thought was kind of cute. I again used the same base game counters, cabinets as a headboard for the bed, and I used the Seasons bed because I wanted to go with like a soft color, which would go nicely with the curtains that I used from, I believe that's movie Hangout, but I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. I really grew to like this bedside lamp. I have no idea where it's just from, because there is a similar like hanging light, like ceiling light, and I used that one a lot recently as well. But I mean, I have a feeling it's from Get to Work, but I have no clue right now. I'm just adding some. I had a TV here because I wanted to have the parents to have a TV. I had a chair maybe to sit down by the fireplace, read something. I add some paintings here. I think that's gonna be it, and we're going to move on to the grandparents' bedroom, which I made a little bit more like colorful. So I added, I believe, pink and blue. I could be wrong. I was thinking maybe this is more for like a grandma, so maybe they have like 2 parents, grandma, and 4 kids, which is 7, and then you could have 1 dog. So that sounds reasonable. So yeah, I was inspired by the painting from, again, movie Hangout, I believe. And that's where the color scheme came from. I also used this couch from my first pet stuff, which I absolutely adore ever since I got the pack a couple of weeks ago. And I also put a dresser, a mirror, and some paintings here, as well as a chess table, because I thought that maybe the grandparents, if you had 2 grandparents, like to play chess, or maybe they play chess with some of the kids. And I think logic is a very handy skill to have in the game, so I decided to place a chess table here. But I had a lot of space like at the foot of the bed, and I didn't know what to put here, so I decided to put a chess table there as well as a embroidery set. I have no idea what that does, but I feel like that's for embroidery or something like that. So I thought that maybe the grandma likes to do that as well. I also placed some paintings on the wall, but I think I cut that out because, yeah, this video would be super long. And now we moved on to like the garage area, which is in the inspiration picture. This was the garage, but I decided to turn it into like a fun game rooms. And there is like a gaming station. You have the gaming console. You have some music things. I have no idea how they are called. I just forgot. And I also put a foosball table. I put darts and bookcases here, I believe. So you can, game. The kids maybe game here. They can play foosball. They can play darts if they want to. They can just have fun here, because I didn't really know what to put here, and I didn't want to have a bedroom because that would be pretty much impossible. So I decided to turn it into like a fun room, which turned out pretty nice. I haven't done this in a while. I think the last build that I did this in was my modern 100 baby mansion, which was like 7-8 months ago, and I really loved that there because it added a lot of skill building items into the build, or maybe like fun items into the build, and yeah, that's why I went with it, because I felt like it was nice. I kept playing around with everything, and as I said, I don't play test my build, so I don't know if it works. I hope it does, but I have no clue. Hopefully your Sims can get into the bathrooms and everywhere. So I thought this was maybe a place for like the dad and the sons. I mean, you can have all girls, I don't know, but maybe the dad spends more time here. Maybe like, he likes the game, or maybe he likes music. Yeah, that's what I like. Now that I think about it, I have no idea if I placed a computer somewhere. I think I might have put a laptop in the teenager's bedroom, but I have no idea. Absolutely zero clue. I also had this like landing area, which I turned into sort of a lounge room, and I really like the way it turned out. It's like again a little bit of a fun area, so there are some games for the kids. There is one of those like interactive games that two kids can play against each other. I think it's from the kids' room stuff, and I really like that because it's again a great way to kind of occupy your Sims. So I placed it here, and I also put some like plushies and toys. So this is like more of a area for the like younger kids. So maybe for the toddler or for the kids that have the bedroom like on the right side of this. I also put I didn't forget a potty, which is important because I usually do forget that, and I didn't place the high chair. But as I said, I don't do gameplay very often, but I've heard that the high chair is not really that usable anyway. So that's why I decided not to place it here. I also placed some medals from the kids' room stuff. Yes, with like a board and some medals. I thought it was a nice touch. You know, if you have a family with so many kids, maybe they, like to they win trophies in some sports or something. I also put a bench here, and I think I put another plushie on top as well. Now we are moving on to the teenager's bedroom. I made it for a girl, but you could change the color scheme in here if you wanted to. But it's more of a like sweet, cute color scheme in here. Yeah, I really enjoyed this, but it's fun. I made it like a more boho kind of look. I love how this turned out. I really am proud of this build, but as I said, it's just huge. I initially wanted to spread this over 2 speed builds, so I would do like interior and exterior alone. But then I thought, 32 minutes is not that much longer. It's not that long, and I felt like it was better if I just uploaded the whole thing, and yeah, that would be it. I hope you don't mind. You can tell me in the comments if you prefer longer speed builds all at once, or if you prefer shorter ones but with the things separated. I couldn't decide, but in the end I decided to just put it all together. There's the fireplace I talked about. I also placed some pillows as a seating and some flowers and plants, and this is going to be the toddler bedroom. I struggled with this one a lot. I don't know why, but it took me a long time to figure out what I wanted to do with it. I loved the outcome, but it was so freaking hard to figure out what I wanted. It ends up being like a greenish, in a greenish color scheme. I cut out a lot of me trying to fiddle around with it. I just couldn't figure out where to put what. So in the end, I put this castle thing from Eco Lifestyle, and I put a lot of decorations on the wall to kind of fill the space in, because there is only one little window, which is not ideal, but it's the same, so it doesn't matter. But it did bug me a little bit. And now we are going to move on to the last room of the house, which is the kids' bedroom. It's very simple. I added 2 beds, a dresser, bookcases, and also a place for your Sims, for the kids to kind of study and study. Before I close this build, I downloaded a mod, and I forgot who it's from, but it lets you choose the texture for a ceiling. So if you are going to see that in the screenshot, that's what it is. I got the link to it from Elfishly Amy, who is an amazing builder on Instagram. You should definitely check her out. And I absolutely love it. It looks much better with this mod because the ceiling is not white, but you can choose the texture, and I chose like a wooden texture, and I absolutely love how it turned out. Also, I absolutely adore what I did here with the study space. So they have like desks and on the other side of each other. There's a bookcase behind them, and they have like a nice space to work to. So I kind of added some artwork, some clutter, and that was it. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for today's speed build. It's been a very long one. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. And again, if you want to download this, it's on the gallery. My ID is michaelasimsyt, or you can grab the tray files on my Ko-fi page, which is linked in the description box below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because there are a lot of people who are not subscribed to my channel who watch my videos. So please consider subscribing, because it would help me a lot. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!